might go off, or I don't know, what kind of practical jokes do you play?
Well, with my new chemistry set, thanks to Brie Larson, I do like to make stink bombs.
I am hooked. Binge watching The Mandalorian. Oh my God.
Easy with that.
Unbelievable. It's on Disney. Check it out for yourself. I actually think it's better than the Star Wars movies. Just great.
Wanna have you near me? I wanna have you hear me say it.
この惑星の子供たちと呼ばれる存在には
おはようございます。
超授業だりんやそう
全身でぶつかっていかなくてはならない。
虫よかったら付き合って。
声が小さい。
ただ
教師としてあるまじきそういう
分かった
この惑星の教育は加減が難しい。
でも君はいい教師になる。
缶コーヒーのボスレインボーマウンテン。
Here's that rainy day they told me about, and I laughed at the thought.
Because you frickin' fricks just can't ever be quenched. Your fantasies can't ever be quenched, can they? You frickin' fricks! When will you learn? When will you learn that your actions have consequences? You guys keep on asking for Sonic Adventure 3, and you're ruining the Sonic series. Hasn't it already suffered enough?
Had a little bit of money, so the Lord did me good. Got all kind of shit. Got the glow sticks, I got the gotcha bag, got the Hawaiian punch. Man, everybody won't holler at Pop what you need. I got it. If I ain't got it, I can find it, you understand? I'm selling glow sticks. Glow sticks that go with the yeah. You know what I'm saying?
こんにちは。ボンバットファミリーと私たちのライブ放送へようこそ。私たちはあなたの視聴とリスニングの喜びのための素晴らしいショーを持っています。今あなたのホストスコッティ・ジェイロとジェリー・ケーブルにステイ・ボンバードを楽しんで覚えておいてください。
Welcome to the Bombadcast.
High five, Paul. Everyone, high five your screen now. It's time to begin. Welcome, class. Hi, it's good to see you all on this Bombad Thursday. It's lovely to be with you. I am one of your Bombad hosts, Gerry Cable. That's our show. That's it. The Bombadcast. You're here. You're on Thursday nights. A weekly Star Wars experience. And sometimes weird experience. What? Oh, it's going wild here already. Okay. We're wilding out. Live on YouTube every 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. And listen, we'll figure out GMT later. But guys, we do other shows here sometimes when we feel like it. We do like every Wednesday, just about. You can find my boy Scotty doing Bombad Gaming, except this one, but you know, it's fine. It's a thing. It's fine. We're coming back. We're coming back. But every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central, Scotty's playing a game. You can buy him food. It's great. It's great. You know what? And every other, Saturday, sometimes. We're kind of on a little bit of a hiatus with Hyperfocus, but it's coming back. Don't worry, baby birds. We'll be back. But yeah, I'll sit down with someone who, is in the Star Wars community, Star Wars adjacent maybe, and we talk about something that maybe isn't Star Wars. So fun stuff there. But you're here at the main show. This is what we're here for. We're here to pay homage to probably one of the most Bombad people to ever live tonight. But you know what? Yes, it is Connor. But I just got to say, we love you, Scobbin bastards. All of you, every last Scobbin one of you. And don't worry, because me and Scotty absolutely care a snoot about you all. So please stick around. And speaking of Scotty, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my lovely co-host. And I'm going to start talking to him. Scotty!
What's going on? That was some quick producing. I tried to do that as fast as possible. Hi, guys. I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited to be here. PayPal. Happy to be here. Happy to talk to the person we're going to talk to today. We need to talk about a character from Andor, a content creator in the YouTube space.
We got a cameo. If you want, we talked about that on our review, but yeah.
We should talk about here. We should.
We should.
Yeah.
What do you?
So do it.
We should. We should. Yeah. No. Yeah. Well, no. I'm sorry. I cut you off though. Your lovely diatribe and everything.
No. Who is that person? Who's that person?
Well, we do. So if you're again, like we said there, if you are someone who loves Easter eggs and you love looking for cameo, like cameos. I love the Muppet movies. The Muppet movies are lousy with cameos. Star Wars actually has a lot of cameos too. You've got Anthony Daniels and Ahmed Best in Attack of the Clones, which I was watching with Eleanor today when she was with me here. Like we started Attack of the Clones, she was loving it. But in Andor, we had a fellow content creator make their debut. They had a very prominent cameo in the new episode of Andor. And let's go ahead. Mr. Star Wars Theory actually showed up in Andor, and oh my god, I thought he did fantastic, and they didn't need much.
The only thing was
just some prosthetic arms. Yeah, prosthetic arms, a little wrap around the head. You know,
fine.
No, he looks great.
Talk like him too.
It's fantastic.
He wished, but he did complain when he got on his page. He said, "I wish I had 4 arms," and I'm like, I don't blame you.
Which is fine, and he's been, like we said on the review, he's been playing coy, because he's been saying, "Oh man,
he hates the show.
I hate the show." Blah blah blah. Obviously, it was all a big thing. For, like he was setting this up. He was setting this up, and well done, sir.
Cameo drop today.
Well done. We love you. Go tell Star Wars Theory we're talking about him on the Bombadcast, and anyway. Yeah, pull him back up.
Let's look at him. Yeah, let's look at him.
Let's look at him real quick here.
We had our cameos, our body types.
Our
body types had our cameos, but
that's actually me cameo. in the one piece.
Yeah.
There. And the hat. That's it.
And I'm the guy with the fake leg. We need to bring on our guest who's been waiting patiently in the background.
We need to.
He has his own song and video. Let's bring in our wonderful friend to talk about this Weird Al. I guess you could say parody. It was so well done. We'll talk about it with him. Let's bring him in.
It's almost a new classification.
It's amazing.
Have sex, excel. Put my hands against. Put my best against. Put my 10. Put my spend. Have sex, excel.
For a hot minute, I thought you put me in white and nerdy. I was like, I was preparing myself. I thought it was
his soul left his body.
I am so excited for this. I don't know how it hasn't come up more. but I am a lifelong Weird Al fan. I have seen him live 4 times.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Incredible.
3 of
Never
those
had the
were
opportunity.
with like front row seats.
Wow.
I am an acolyte of Mr.
So
Yankovic.
let's start off there. How did we all get to his music? Because we're all from, I'm not saying we're all that much older or different than each other. I think I'm just like 3 years older than Jared, 4 years older than Jared, maybe.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
I'm 27. So
yeah, I'm 24. So
okay, so that makes sense. So
I'm a little older.
Okay, yeah, you're a little older, but not by much. You're just 7 years older,
really.
right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not that much, but it's weird. Like our gaps and interest in what we went through in middle school are, at least to me, Weird Al was that like 6th grade. I found him, and I'll talk about how I found him later. But like, what was it for y'all? What was the year you were like, wait, music can be like this? Number one, but also music can be like. It could and it could be well done. You know what I mean? Like it's weird. When was it? For you two.
I'll go first.
You probably reflect on this more than both of us. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm trying to remember like what the first like exposure was. It was early, and I would hazard a guess that one of the first ones was probably The Saga Begins.
Oh my god! Wow.
And just being shown that, I'm like, oh, this is really fun and this is really funny.
Now, what age though? What age for you? That's my big question. Yeah, that's my big question, because that's huge. That's the formidable thing.
I was like 9, 10, 11.
Oh wow, you were young.
Oh wow, yeah.
Okay. I was 12.
I was indoctrinated a long time ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I remember I was shown a couple of the songs. I was like, oh, this is so cool. And then my uncle Bill, who's technically not related to me, which is the best part of it. He and my uncle Brent would constantly just make my brother and I just like mix CDs.
Oh,
because it was
nice.
just like, like, hey, and it's like a really interesting time capsule for like 2000s era music that like my brother and I weren't listening to because we were little.
Yeah.
Pardon me, I'm incredibly stuffy and feel like shit. But whenever he realized like I was getting into Weird Al, my uncle Bill had made me a mix CD that was just like some of his favorite Weird Al cuts. So obviously, Eat It, Fat, the Star Wars songs, White and Nerdy.
Yeah.
There were a couple of the originals on there, like Albuquerque, but like he was so meticulous with it that like every 3 songs, he put one of the polkas in there.
Oh, brilliant.
So like I just got this like
to it.
So I got like a greatest hits compilation,
which is weird.
And then, like I said, and that was the first time that like, Weird Al was coming to PA.
Oh,
and there's a moderately sized theater in Greensburg, which is a small city outside of Pittsburgh, called the Palace. And they were like, yeah, he's coming to the Palace. And we have family that like kind of works like within the administrative stuff at the Palace. So she's been our plug for years. To kind of be like, hey, here's some like obnoxiously good tickets for Weird Al. We're just gonna put these off to the side so y'all can hop
That's
in
awesome,
there.
dude.
Yeah. So
how old were you?
Incredible.
How old were you when you saw your first Weird Al show? That's pretty big.
I was like 12.
Dude, so like it's so funny. When I was seeing like Aerosmith and ZZ Top,
George
you were
Lucas
seeing
and
Weird Al.
Sweet Spot.
I was seeing Weird Al in the front row. And he puts on a hell of a show.
Oh, I know he does.
He's an incredible showman. Have you seen him live?
No, I haven't had the opportunity to, but I've seen videos of his live performances, and like his musicians are some of the tightest. Like they're like Michael Jackson level. Like if he says we're doing this, like they are okay. We got it, and it's clean. It's something the recording. It's tight. It's. Good
I've
stuff.
said this quite a few times, and people write me off because anybody who knows me, I'm a hip hop guy.
Yeah.
And I love to talk about, and like obviously some of those are my favorite Weird Al songs, which end up being the ones where he's rapping. There is something really funny about the fact, and I'm glad you made that comparison, because I've said this before and people laugh at me. On a technical level, Weird Al Yankovic is a remarkable rapper.
Oh yeah,
like
he's so good.
He's more
clean
than somebody who's doing it as a bit should be. Like on a technical level, like he could get away. and like obviously I'm not going to finish this phrase, but like he could do like the infamous like my crew is big and the kid like that, like kind of that kind of like da 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 very lazy flow, but instead he's doing like these double time flows that Chameleonaire was doing on Ride and Dirty just to make a joke. Like he's doing this like like all these like triplets. Like he's a technically better rapper than like a lot of people selling out stadiums right now.
Yes.
Like I'm not like Weird Al's a better rapper than Drake.
Yeah. There's something to be said about that though, and I agree. He's remarkable. He's one of those ones that when he does a parody, it's not half-assed.
No,
you know what I mean?
All.
It is not half-assed. But Jerry, where were you?
He puts his whole heart in all this. Well, so I've been trying to think about it. I don't really remember the first. So the first, like, burned into my brain Weird Al experience is actually a college experience.
Oh,
but
okay.
Weird Al's always kind of existed, right? And he had a little bit to do. Like he was Uncle Muscles on was that on Pee-wee's Playhouse? I watched Pee-wee's Playhouse when I was little and stuff. And I think he was on there a little bit or anything. But anyway, I remember him just kind of being, he was just injected into the pop culture my entire life. College, we were on a road trip and we were almost to Albuquerque and it was 3 in the effing morning.
Oh, yes.
With some friends, and a buddy of mine put on Albuquerque and we yelled and screamed, "Turn it off!"
Yeah.
Like,
This
it's a good song,
11-minute long
but it was like
song.
11-minute long song. It's 3 in the morning. We've been driving for hours.
You're exhausted.
Like,
I
and
know
we're
it.
like exhausted. And he's driving, and he goes, "Hey guys, boom, Albuquerque." Which again, that should not have been my first experience with Albuquerque's. That song. But unfortunately, it was. And so, but no, I've loved him. And fun fact, though, actually. My denomination that I have come out of when I was a church person, Weird Al actually is a part of that. But of the good side,
I didn't realize
like
that.
the non-assholey side, who wants people to have rights and everything like that, you know, like the very progressive type of, that's Weird Al. And my buddy went to church with him when he lived in LA for a little bit.
Do you want to hear another?
He
cool
led their
little
worship.
we all have?
He led their worship.
What?
Here's another cool connection we all have similar to that. Because after I had watched the movie, I was in the Discord that we're all in with some of our friends. Did you know Eli went to school with his daughter?
No way.
Yeah, Eli of In a Galaxy / Epic Confrontations. He said like that, like he didn't know her, you know, like he weren't friends or anything,
right?
But he went to school with Al Yankovic's daughter.
It's like the opposite of going to school with like one of the Robertson kids or whatever from the Duck Commander family down there with Scotty.
Stupid.
You know, the opposite.
Yes,
of that spectrum.
Sadie Robertson. Yes,
Sadie Roberts. Yeah.
The
more so fun fact, when I was a college recruiter as well, which my buddy who was the college recruiter with me, he was head of admissions. He was the one who went to school with, or who went to church with Weird Al.
Oh,
I tried to go and recruit Sadie Robertson when I was in my Christian days to come to my little podunk ass school. No, it didn't work. They had the biggest ice storm of their lives. My entire trip was ruined. I was going to go through Louisiana and Texas,
Monroe.
And Texas got hit with one of the biggest ice storms like ever
in history.
When I went down there.
Texas.
I'm pretty sure I could hear Ted Cruz like packing his bags and slamming the car doors. You know, I mean, it was insane.
It was a globalist weather weapon.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no, that's the opposite spectrum. Like I said, I know like people have like, he might have been a churchy person. He's one of those really cool churchy people from what I've heard. He's not an asshole.
Yeah,
he knows how to do it. Yeah.
You look at the causes he's put his name behind. Like Weird Al Yankovic's a good dude. And it's really funny because like, and it doesn't occur to you until it hits you that the only time I can think of Weird Al Yankovic saying, I'm not even going to say a curse word, like a naughty word.
Yeah.
Has been in the context of, as somebody brought up in the chat, Hamilton polka. And I was just listening to that with Taylor. because it was news to me that my girlfriend Taylor had not heard any Weird Al until this year.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, and
that's impressive.
Yeah, I have no idea how. But I hadn't played her the Hamilton polka yet, and it occurred to me that he does like the opening track, the bastard orphan son of a whore and a Scotsman. So he says it, and it's the only time I've heard him say like a naughty word. I can't even think of a damn or a hell that has come out of his mouth.
Anything past that either.
There's the part in Amish Paradise where he says, "I'll be laughing my butt off when he's burning in hell." But that's still location. That's a place. That's the location one because they say it in church all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a what the hell.
That's a great line though.
And even sorry, I'm ranting a little bit, but like
no, you get excited.
Angry White Boy polka. Like so many of those songs are incredibly vulgar. And I again, this was the day after Taylor and I watched the movie. Those of you who follow me on Twitter, this was the same day I put a poll on Twitter, like, do I know too much about Weird Al? Because it was made aware to me that apparently I know more about Weird Al than people are supposed to, whatever that means. And we were just listening to like the This Is Weird Al playlist on Spotify, and Angry White Boy polka came on, and I was doubled over laughing. Because so many of these songs are just so viciously vulgar. Like,
yeah,
they had the fucking like, I wanna you like an animal, but it's just like, but it's just like a kazoo.
Yeah,
I wanna you like an animal.
So good.
He knows how to like skirt that line.
Funny. It's
so
funny.
Yeah.
It's just funny. It's great.
Yeah.
See, when I was,
you got a good sense of humor. Right?
Oh, that's what makes him so.
Need.
Yeah. When I was growing up, I was lucky enough to be of age when Straight Outta Linewood came out, and it had like the CD had like a DVD on it. It had like music video. It was like had all kinds of stuff included. So it was a double-sided CD. I don't know if y'all remember those.
Yeah.
But you could put it in, and it would put a CD on one side. The other side was a DVD. And I remember watching the DVD, listening to the music, and it was weird. It came in a different CD case. It came with a CD case that had like a push to open rather than a pull to open. And so you had to press this button down to open up the CD. It was weirdly shaped. But I remember getting it. I think I was in 6th grade. It was it was a gift CD. My first CD that I bought was a Kiss CD. But that was the one that I was like, I remember getting this and like putting on, and I have the track list right here because I was so impressed by it. You have literally you've got White Nerdy, Pancreas, Canadian Idiot, I'll Sue Ya, Polkarama, Virus Alert, Confessions Part 3, Weasel Stomping Day, Close But No Cigar, Do I Creep You Out, Trapped in the Drive-Thru, and one of my favorite Weird Al songs, which is an original, is Don't Download This Song. And it's amazing. It's making fun of like We Are the World and all those ballad hits. So I'm as a kid listening to this.
What makes Don't Download This Song really funny to me is, I don't know if you guys saw this, after like it was like the weekend that Weird had come out.
Yeah.
There was somebody who was like, hey, I'm in Australia. I don't have the Roku channel. How am I supposed to watch it? And he was like, oh, I'm sure you have a torrent of ideas. By the way, I'm tweeting this with a VPN on.
That's amazing.
So I also love the heel turn from Don't Download This Song.
Torrent
the movie I made.
Yes.
He is a fight the power dude, man. It feels like I don't know.
Yankovic is for the people.
So wait,
absolutely.
I wanted to express this too while we were on air, because it's something that's kind of surreal. And I told this in our little group chat. I said it's so wild to be able to like. Well, I'm not going to play the music because I don't want to get taken down, but we can watch the video, and I don't think
we'll get taken down immediately.
The goated song.
Yeah. So it's White Nerdy, and I'm watching it. I'm watching it now, and I haven't probably seen it in like 5 or 6 years, to be honest with you. And the comments on it are great. They said like everything that he joked about being white and nerdy are now like more relevant and popular than ever. And the opening scene is literally Key and Peele. I mean, like,
I was going to see if you know.
You've got Jordan Peele, who is one of the hottest directors in modern day,
one of the
cinema
best
right
horror
now.
directors working right
of all
now.
time.
Yeah.
And then you've got Kay, and who's like doing like nothing but these huge blockbuster level voiceovers. Like he's in the new Mario movie. Like they went for being
not just that, like he's just like one of the biggest names in comedy now. Like not that they both aren't, but like like you said, like
well, Jordan
they've
Peele's
ascended
gone to like not comedy, where Michael Key's still doing that. But like exactly what you said, like it's remarkable. I at the moment you pulled it up and we saw the back of the car, I went, oh my god, Key and Peele are the gangsters. Like
it's so surreal. And obviously, like you said, the flow in this song is insane. The idea is funny.
Candles,
an electric lawnmower. I don't know if that's super subtle. Watch an electric lawnmower, which is now relevant. People buy electric lawnmower. It's conventional. It's safer. It's better. And like
I to this day wave exactly like he does when he waves to the gangsters.
Oh, so funny.
That I did it as a joke as a kid, where I just do that really obnoxious all the time, but now it's just what I do. And again, watching this music video, I'm like, shit, I do that. Like on
D&D.
It's been a long time since I've seen this.
Well, it's weird because nerd culture then too in 2007. You got to think about this for people that don't know, and for people that maybe weren't in touch. Nerd culture was nerd culture. It belonged to us, and that was about it. Especially D&D. But then you had
something
shows
you
like,
didn't talk about on shows. Usually,
but like you have things like Stranger Things now that made D&D, and even there's a blockbuster movie coming out about Dungeons and Dragons. Like it's like the culture has changed so much in just 15 years. 15 years it's only been.
Not only that, like it's so funny because in so many ways, like nerd culture has become pop culture, period.
Yes.
Like there was always overlap. They were always one and the same, but now like all of the pop culture things are nerd culture things. It's all nerd culture, pop culture. And it's part of why I think Weird Al has become so ubiquitous, is that so many people who were making the things we were watching as kids were fans of him.
Yeah.
That's why he shows up in so many freaking cartoons and shit. And now he's like slowly like climbed that ladder. Like, and even to the point where he still like weird bit things. We're just coming off of the Lego Star Wars summer vacation special.
Yep, he made his own original song from it, and like
Scarif Beach Party, like it's wild.
It's so weird.
It's
like
insane. It is insane.
This scene right here, talking about Earl Grey tea, like I make that for Katie. Not that makes any difference, but like this is like a thing you didn't make. This is he's making fun of what nerds do, but this is what normal people do now. Like him with his Prius, like everyone's fuel efficient now, right? Like it's just this is the part that actually made me pretty emotional earlier, because I was a 6th grader watching this video on YouTube and on that damn DVD that I got, and I always loved this scene because it's Seth Green and then he slaps his ass at the very end of it, and it always made me laugh. But like here we are, and I'm not trying to make this about ourselves, but like 15 years later, Gerry,
jerk us off. Go ahead.
We talked to this dude, this guy right here on our screen. And he's a nice dude. He's like a real person. And like, I don't think Weird Al's too far from being on the Bombadcast either. And like, if you would have told 6th grade Scotty Jero that, like, I wouldn't be able to comprehend that we would talk to this guy and like talk about Star Wars. Look at the top row, all the Kenner figures.
Yeah, I was going to say, I haven't been listening to a word you've been saying. I've just been looking at those Kenner figures.
But it's so surreal. Yes, it's so surreal. And like, let's keep watching this. Literally, they talk about editing Wikipedia, his MySpace. This is the only thing that got dated. This is it. Is the only thing.
Yeah, MySpace.
Talk about counting the pie.
He's got. Well, I love that it's a little dated too, but he's got Mr. Peabody from Peabody and Sherman from from Rocky and Bullwinkle on there as well.
Frodo,
and Pee-wee.
I miss when the internet used to look like that. I'm not gonna lie, that was an era.
Tom.
I also love the fact that Weird Al beat the internet to the punch on the whole like white people don't season their food joke. I mean, obviously, like again, there's a whole conversation to be had about how like just like nerd culture, black culture, and black comedy becomes the mainstream, and then we kind of like co-opt it from the people who created it.
Yes,
the same way people refer to like AAVE as like Gen Z slang, which is its own conversation for people more qualified than us. But like the fact that like before, like it was just shorthand to be like, oh yeah, like white people don't season their food. Weird Al in his song about being a white dork. What's one of the first things he says? I put mayonnaise on all my sandwiches, and that's it. Like,
it's perfect.
This one song is like you said, like 15 years later, funny in a completely different way now.
It took on its own meaning. And this right here, talking about playing Minesweeper for days, like we all watch people play video games on the internet. Like it's like people actually got to the point where like you can actually broadcast you playing Minesweeper, and that's not nerdy. People are like, oh, you have a Twitch page? That's sick. And you're like, if you would have told this to someone 15 years ago that everyone in the future would want to stream video games, they would have thought you were insane.
You'd have
like,
to
who gives a shit about?
I still have trauma. I still can't tell people sometimes. You know, I'm like, I do a Star Wars show.
Yeah,
You know?
like this right here is like the equivalent to speed running. I mean, we watch this now.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's like watching this video made me. It's kind of profound. Ergonomic keyboards. This doing and like this is not too far. Look at the Ethernet plug. I just noticed that all these years later. Look at the Ethernet plug.
That's really funny.
That's how you have that smooth connection. I mean, Wi-Fi be damned, you know.
My
and you know he did like the trigonometry to figure out the exact angle with which he can let the water hit him so he doesn't cause an fire.
Oh, it's brilliant. Soldering guns. I mean, you can watch people on.
That's one of my favorite lyrics. I think I ain't got a gat, but I got a soldering gun.
Good.
It's so funny. I love it.
Happy days.
I'm trying so hard to not start rapping along to it.
Board games.
Oh,
now,
Scotty, we can all relate to that last one.
What? Oh, Jesus. This one. There we go.
Ace City Trivia Quiz, you bring it on. Anyway.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm getting bold saying those words on this stream. I know.
This was a great line. I'm fluent in JavaScript as well as Klingon.
And it's like, but the verbiage too. Again, like we're about to just do a whole episode of Dissect on White Nerdy and not talk about this goddamn movie at all. But like,
I was gonna say we're like 30 minutes in right now. We haven't even talked about the goddamn movie.
We'll talk about it.
It is his verbiage. It is his verbiage.
Yeah.
Like it is the way he's talking like some ill-adjusted, like friggin' nerd.
Yep.
You know, like he's doing Big Bang Theory, but actually funny.
Like,
thank you.
Like
no bazingas in sight.
Like there's no bazingas in like yes, there's a kernel of truth to like a Sheldon, right? There's a kernel of truth to it. But like Big Bang Theory goes so far in that direction that it is like parody to the point of not feeling real, and it's just unfunny. This I'm fluent in JavaScript as well as Klingon. Sounds like something somebody would say. Like that phrasing in particular. And not only does he do that, but I'm gonna come back to it again, is doing it in this where he's completely replicating Chameleonaire's flow on Riding Dirty.
It's unreal. It's unreal. This is great too, because I gotta paint a picture. I'm sure we all watch Arrested Development. We all watch Job use a Segway and stuff. But like for a minute there, I don't know if you know the story behind this. The guy that made the Segway was convinced it was the next car. And a lot of people were.
No, I remember
that.
Dude, I remember they brought it on Good Morning America. I remember the day that they were like, this is going to replace, it's the new form of transportation.
Yes.
It's new. This is going to be the new bike and stuff. And I remember going like, all right, cool. It's like a backwards, it's like a dolly that you like push stuff with.
So what's impressive is that in 2016, these damn hoverboards, quote unquote. I worked at the mall, our local mall, the Mall of Louisiana. And like that was the hottest item of the 2016 Christmas was like little mini versions of a damn Segway
without a handlebar. It was a boneless Segway.
Yes, but the way it moves in this video is exactly how those stupid hoverboards moved. It's so weird. It's like it became relevant. God.
So with the Segway,
here we go.
Whenever he does this song live, Now, a lot of the time, now he does a few costume changes throughout the night. One of them being he'll normally play like the old Al TV segments.
Oh, cool.
For when he's like doing a costume change. So he's doing a costume change, and I can't remember what exactly it was, but you could tell that the segment was teeing up White and Nerdy.
Oh, that's great.
And there was like an electricity, and then again, I'm like, fuck, freaking 12. I'm 12, and I like feel it coming. I'm sitting there with my whole ass family, and I'm like, oh, here it comes, here it comes, boom, dum, da, dum, 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 boom, and this man comes flying out on stage on a Segway.
Yes,
like a blur in the if you want to pull the video up again real quick.
Yeah, sure. Hold on. Okay, which one?
That costume.
No.
He has the do-rag on, he's got the chains on, he's got the hoodie on, and he is doing
oh my god.
He is like zooming on this Segway. He's like Superman at the end of this Superman the movie, trying to reverse time. That's what he's doing on stage on this Segway, just doing donuts. Wow, dude, I've been browsing the spec the next man comes, collecting the bends in the back. It's like live, and the whole, and again, like, yes, it's a sea of like weirdos, myself included, as I've learned, unfortunately, losing their shit.
God, that's awesome.
It's the best part of the show because, like I said, like he's just doing these crazy double time flows again in like the super baggy white and nerdy hoodie. Obviously, it doesn't fit me anymore. But the first time I saw him live, I got a white and nerdy hoodie.
Oh, that's
I had it. Awesome. Max Wood from Galaxy of Film, I guess, saw him more recently and got a new white and nerdy hoodie. Ooh. And I was like, I need Al to come to PA again right now. I need it. I need a new white and nerdy hoodie.
Hell yeah. Oh,
I will scrap all the Roosevelts. That'll become like the new thing I only wear is a white nerdy hoodie.
But it's weird because this sounds bad, but I'm not trying to sound bad. This kind of spoke to us actual nerds, you know?
Yeah.
You could identify with some of this. Like, obviously, some of these things I didn't understand because I was too young.
Yeah.
But some of these things, like, I felt like I could identify with it because, like, you know, and Jared, this is not a fault to you, but, like, nothing's worse than, like, and I can tell you this from high school and because I never did it, but nothing's worse when you watch, like, these just, like, awful white kids like just play rap music. Like, come on, like, do you really identify with this? Like, it's one thing to like it, but they like made it their mantra to be like,
there's a performative nature to
exactly
a lot.
I'm black, you know, like I want to be black. It's weird, but like this came out, I'm like, oh shit, this is like kind of for me. Like, this is like white and nerdy. Like, this is like truly speaking to who I am, and I wouldn't be embarrassed if someone caught me listening to this. Like, it wouldn't be like listening to, you know, Chameleonaire or whoever else, you know, added to the song. Like, it's like, I don't know. There's something to it. I'm gonna keep playing it. We'll get to the movie eventually. I'm sorry, but like this
is Star Wars Kid.
Yes,
Star Wars Kid.
Okay, real quick, chat. Anybody under the age of 20 who is in chat? So that's going to be William. I believe that Gannon person's one of your students too.
No, Patrick's our age. Patrick's our age.
How I thought that was a student. I just assumed because they respond to William. Okay, William, do you know who Star Wars Kid is?
God, I would love if he didn't, because that was just such a
Have you
huge part of our
seen
childhood.
the Weezer music video for isn't he in
he's in
Pork and Beans?
Yes, he's in
the Pork and Beans video.
Yeah.
Also, the best version of Star Wars Kid is Star Wars Kid Episode 2 Drunken Jedi, because somebody edits lightsaber blades onto the end of the mop. But they do it in such a way where they accidentally create like a really cool lightsaber, because they turn it into a light pike that the butt end also has a blade on. So they like kind of create like the coolest lightsaber we've not seen in Star Wars yet.
Yeah.
This is where it's kind of surreal to me. I think I got the Carl Sagan shirt on. It's so sick. I just noticed that. But like the X-Men comics, like little did we know, and then it was still relevant. Superhero movies were relevant, but now it's like
like there were X-Men movies coming out at the time. Like,
Like,
yeah, but like even if you look at what he's holding, like he looks like he has like an older Chris Claremont one in there too. Like it's so marvelous. No pun intended. I didn't mean to say that.
And you got Donny Osmond in the back. Is that who that is? I think it's Donny Osmond.
Yeah, which is just so funny.
So bizarre.
And I remember as a kid when my Uncle Bill showed this music video to me and my dad for the first time.
Yeah.
My dad like doubles over when Donny Osmond shows up and starts dancing in the background. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm a kid. I just don't get the joke of this.
Yeah.
And I grow up to just know that the joke was that it's Donny Osmond.
Yeah.
Like the joke is just that like here's Donny Osmond doing jazz hands behind Weird Al.
Donny Osmond showed up in a lot of stuff in that at that time.
He did in that era.
Like, he was like you said, he was a joke.
What's funny about
he was in on it.
Yeah, he knew.
Oh yeah.
This is literally William does this. And look, I didn't notice he's editing Atlanta Records. Oh my god, his label. That's amazing.
Don't download this song when he does that live.
God.
He rips open his shirt to reveal that he's wearing a white undershirt that says Atlantic Records sucks. At least he did that the first time I saw him. I can't remember if he did it subsequently, but I do know that like that first time I saw him. And then again, I'm like, what does that mean? And then I had to have like record labels explained to me. But yeah, it's one of my favorite beats anytime he takes a pot shot at Atlantic.
Another realization. This is kind of weird. That logo, I never really noticed that Monty Python logo. That is the Star Wars Taika logo.
Yeah.
Whoa. I didn't notice that till just now. That's a pretty weird connection. It's like Schoolhouse Rock, that like late 70s.
Yeah.
Anyway, ROTF, this is great. Donny Osmond. There was one other shot I wanted to focus on. It was this. Oh my God. I mean, literally, I know people that have Instagrams, dedicated to their dog. And like, this was nerdy. A website for your dog. Like,
I can do HTML for them all, even make a homepage for my dog.
It's so good, Foofy. But like, it's weird. It's so weird. It's like he obviously he didn't know this, but amazing example. I mean, I have students that wear fanny packs. Like, it's weird. It's weird.
Nerdy culture is just it's in stuff, It's
almost not even nerdy. It's like it's weird. It's like this was never nerdy to begin with. It was efficient. This is even better.
I think here's my I love that part. I think we as a culture have realized that it is not the interests and the nerdiness of the interests, it is the behavior. Like, I think we generally speaking have landed on like, you don't make fun of somebody for being a nerd, you make fun of them for being cringe. And it's the behavior. It is a cultural realization that I don't think we talk about a lot, that it is, you are a cringy weirdo lunatic. Like, we're not making fun of you because you like anime. We're making fun of you because you talk like this. Like, that's why we make fun of you. That's why you deserve to be put in a locker. You Naruto run through the hall.
Yeah, exactly.
You deserve to be tripped. It has nothing to do with you liking Naruto, though.
Well, this will tie perfectly into the conversation because that is really part of what we're going to look at too.
Yeah.
Because that idea, and this is
wait, here it comes. Happy Life Day, everybody.
Happy Life Day, everyone.
Happy Life Day.
After this, here we go. That's it. Man, this is a real thing.
Happy Life Day, all.
This is the first time I learned that existed.
Yes. That weird. A Weird Al video. Good God. So surreal.
That's twitter.com right there. That's Star Wars
Twitter. It is. What a great video. It's perfect. It's literally perfect. Let's see. That's it.
Man,
my God.
We need a new Weird Al album. And I don't count the soundtrack because it's mostly just like
it's re-records. Yeah.
Plus like the Now You Know song. But we desperately need a new Weird Al record.
A great one.
And I remember that every time I watch a Weird Al music video because I realize that the profile picture is still the cover for Mandatory Fun.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
that's wild.
You need a new one.
Yeah, it's been years
like
since
10
Mandatory
years,
Fun.
dude.
Yeah, it's been like 10 years.
You're
You're
right.
a while. Good God.
I'm pretty sure
Jesus.
Mandatory Fun came out in like 2012. So like we're coming up on 10 years a kind of a dearth of Weird Al music. Like obviously he'll drop like the one-off, you know, Scariff Beach Party, Hamilton Polka, you know, the song he dropped for this movie. So like we got 2 Weird Al tracks in 1 year, but like I need like a proper new album because dude, I know I made this joke earlier about him being a better rapper than Drake. I need a Weird Al Drake parody.
Ooh, that would be good. Or
I need
this
polka trap. I need a polka that is him taking that is like polkifying like 21 Savage, Future, Migos. Like I like just close your mind and like in your mind's ears. Just imagine the accordion going hard. Just mask off, mask on, screw it, mask off, mask off. Like you can just take it all in. It needs to happen. Give me the trap polka, Alfred. Please.
I feel like it's coming. I feel like it is coming soon.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like we've got this huge film, and this is huge for what he did. And you know, like in a long time.
It was done all during the COVID era too, wasn't it? Wasn't a lot of this film?
I think no, it was shooting last year.
So last year, okay. I didn't remember, to be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say this.
I
remember
seeing set photos in 2021. I remember seeing set photos in 2021 of people being like, "Jesus Christ, Daniel Radcliffe is playing Weird Al Yankovic."
And a jacked one too. Like he looked great. But so I kind of wanted to say this, you know, just to kind of lead into the actual movie conversation. Part of this movie is interesting because, you know, we all have our own feelings towards like actual rock documentaries or music docs. Like we all have our own feelings towards them, or like, you know,
biopics, whatever you want to say.
Yeah. Like there's some that are done well. There's some that it could be done better. There's also some that just, you know, there's just some that
it's a genre unto itself now because they music biopics so often fall into the same trap that like people love to say about the MCU, you know, the whole like, oh, they're all the same movie and blah blah blah. But like, you know, and again, like, and I'm not super into like music biopics just because like there aren't often ones that I'm super into. But like, if I gave you like just like not using any proper nouns, a rundown of the plot of say Bohemian Rhapsody, you wouldn't be able to differentiate that from Straight Outta Compton. You wouldn't be able to differentiate that from like for so many other music biopics.
Band has success. Band's like experiences success. They get wealthy. Band has tumultuous experience. It could be a death. It could be a breakup. It could be a disagreement. Band goes off the thing. Band does a great, huge performance that changes everything for them. The band's back, and then member dies. Like it's always these same damn beats. And at least to me,
like I said, like Bohemian Rhapsody and Straight Outta Compton, you could not have 2 more different acts being covered in a movie, and the movies are almost identical. They're almost identical in terms of like tone and pacing. Like, so
there's a formula.
There absolutely is a formula. And then you have movies like Rocket Man that absolutely go out of their way to like change that completely. And they make this album like a musical.
Well, you got like, Ray and Walk the Line, you know, those movies came out the same year, and then, you know, they get parodied in a movie I'll talk about in a second. Like there's like,
you were gonna bring it up too, eh?
Dewey, bring up Dewey Cox. Like that is, I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen it?
This is a Dewey Cox.
I never got around to it. I wanted to so hard. I never got around to it.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking at some point I'm gonna watch it this week coming up. I will send you the link to watch because I'm telling you, it's a whole different level. But all that being said, they make fun of the formula there too, and so does the Weird Al story. Inevitably, it makes fun of the same exact formula.
This is the best. So Weird, the Al Yankovic story is the best of parody of that genre since Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story, which came out like a year. I worked at a movie theater when Walk the Line came out, and then a year or so later, Walk Hard came out.
I think Walk Hard 2007. Right?
Yeah,
like
it was. They were pretty much back to back. It was like there may have been a year in between them, but it was like clearly this is a Walk the Line parody.
Yeah.
but both of those films now, to me, are the gold standard in spoof. Like the really modern spoof comedies, which isn't something that can be made very well anymore. You can't really, no one really does a good spoof comedy anymore. But Walk Hard, and that was almost 2 decades ago. Walk Hard came out.
So speaking of like the crazy, timeline of the internet, and I got to bring it up before we get into the movie. I trust we are all familiar with the internet meme that spawned this film, correct?
What'd you talk about, Jared?
Yeah, I don't know what to talk about for once. He's about to have
So the reason why this is a Funny or Die production.
Oh, okay, I knew this.
The original trailer from like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That
we can watch
even 10 years ago. Oh, don't worry. I'm putting it in the private chat right now.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
That for those of you at home, we're gearing up to do a pastiche on this, but they just did like a short form, like parody trailer that like literally teased this whole movie up. Like, and it's beat for beat. Like, yeah, like we're gonna pretend that Weird Al was some hard ass, like an 80s rocker. He has this sordid love affair with Madonna. Like it's beat in the movie.
Yeah.
But this trailer came out like 10 years ago. And then for years since, people had always been joking about when are we going to make this an actual movie? When are we actually going to make this into a movie? And then last year, oh my God, they're going to do it.
God, I don't think I've ever watched the full video.
Oh man.
I've heard about this. Here we go. I'm so excited.
Hey, your mother found these under your bed. I told you to get rid of this filth.
You don't understand me.
Face it, honey. Our boy is weird.
I know he's weird.
Oh my God.
I think I've always known.
By changing the lyrics and making them about food, you could change the world.
Nobody wants to hear a parody song when they can hear the real thing for the same price.
2 words. Eat it.
Coming to Station X, this guy's a first timer. Weird Al Yankovic.
Jesus,
you guys
there's
are
so
ready
many
for
famous
this.
people in this.
Just eat it. Eat it. Get yourself an egg and eat it.
Hey, I hear you're going to parody one of my songs.
Maybe.
I like that.
Oh.
You're so weird.
That kid's got the goods.
I finally made it.
You're drunk again, aren't you? Man, why don't you just get out of here? I need to get out of here. You need to get out of here. I'm the weird one. I'm the weird one!
Wow, this is like beat for beat.
I'll tell you when I've had enough.
You're an alcoholic.
I could change, baby.
Get out!
Oh! Whoa!
Like a surgeon. Gotten for the very first time.
You're all a bunch of slaves!
Parody songsmith Weird Al Yankovic was arrested earlier tonight in Miami for lewd behavior.
What do you want? I wanted to tell you that I'm proud of you. Do it.
Shit.
Oh.
Aaron Paul.
Oh my God.
Patton Oswalt.
Wow.
Eric Apple.
Wait, that's
who went on to direct the actual movie.
Right.
That is incredible. I had never watched that.
Watching that trailer after having the movie actually exist now.
Oh,
it's like reading an early draft of a screenplay.
Oh, for real.
It's like the only comparison I can make, like to bring it back to Star Wars, is like watching that sketch today is like reading the Revenge of the Sith novelization. Like it's because the Revenge of the Sith novelization is just an early draft of the screenplay. That's why Count Dooku still begs for his life in the book. That's why the fight between Mace and Palpatine is so different, because it's like an early draft of the screenplay that Matthew Stover was given. It's the same thing here. Like the beats are almost identical. The shot of Al and Madonna making out is the same
in the movie.
So much of these lines of dialogue, you just don't understand
already.
Yeah.
Like, and it was all right there, and they did the
polka
same
magazines.
joke. Yeah, the polka magazines, the hiding the Hawaiian shirt in his bed sheets.
Yes,
like you're just
the weird moment. The weird, I'm the weird one. Like that's like
you're all slaves.
That was
that's
that whole. I'm the weird one. That's the in the hallway.
Yeah. God, that was good. That was really wild. And like seeing the
10 years ago,
the parody of Al, being the executive.
Yeah,
like
Al playing the music executive. Yeah. Like
good
so
God.
much of this is
like that fake trailer.
Yeah, and it was so many of the same people who worked on that. And if you look, most of that cast still ends up in the movie. Or not maybe not most, but like a good bit of them. Like
we can talk about
Oswald's
that too.
Just there,
Patton Oswalt, he made it in.
He's the biker guy.
Yeah, you suck.
He's crying at the end of it.
Good.
Nice Hawaiian shirt.
So this movie, right? And for anyone that doesn't know, you could literally just Google "Weird the Al Yankovic story" on Roku. And you can watch it I literally pulled it up. I was like, it can't be that easy. I pulled it up on my computer. I looked it up. I was like, I'm like, oh.
You don't even have to really sign up for anything.
Opening. I can honestly put it in the chat. Let me prove it to you. Hold on.
I can put it in the chat.
I can actually put this whole
We can legally link you all to a movie right now.
And you can watch it right now. And it literally, all you have to do is click the button says, I'll actually pull up the screen. It literally says it's so surreal. And like, I wonder if it's because they would be the only one that would actually, pay for it. I don't know what it was, but like, I don't think Amazon would have done it to stream the movie for free. Like,
and the reason they can get away with it is
you click stream free. And this is the actual, like, you're already at the movie. It's there.
And,
it's
granted,
so
like,
weird.
all those white dots on the timeline are like 2.5 minute long ad breaks.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad.
The story is cut for that, which is kind of nice.
Absolutely. And like when you pause the screen, like there's also like a T-Mobile banner,
Yeah.
So like, and then again, that's nothing against the movie. We all got to see this for friggin' free. I'm not complaining, but like that's why they're able to do it. And it's very much in the same way that we were all slack-jawed when we found out what the budget for The Mandalorian was. But it's because you want to get asses and seats for Disney Plus. The Roku channel is like, we need to get asses and seats for the Roku channel. So how are we going to get people to like just see our homepage
and download the app?
Well, there's not bad. There's some decent offerings on there too.
Yeah, there is
going on there. I was like, oh, okay, wow, that's
it's not. It's nothing to sneeze at. And when you're dealing with a free service that just has ads built into it, like it's a genius strategy.
Absolutely.
Can you guys still see me, or did you?
No, we brought you to switch it up big.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. My screen was doing the flickering thing, and then it went completely black, and I couldn't see it at all. I just saw a black screen come up, and I was like, "Well, I sure hope I'm still live."
No, you watch this mockumentary or whatever you would call it, this parody, and the entire time,
what do you call
it?
So
well done.
It feels spoof, but it also feels. I don't know. It's just absurdist.
I'm not saying I know who did it first, but I'll give you a little bit of preface here. My favorite version of this kind of story is a novel that Norm Macdonald wrote, and the novel is called Norm Macdonald based on my real life story. It's like, that's the whole idea, based on a true story, and none of it's real. It opens up with his death. It opens up with his death, and he's like, wow, I'm dead, and it's like, him and his buddy Adam Egan are like, doing morphine, like they're like doing more, they're like injecting morphine in their lips, and like they're like he's like floating back through his memories. Like it's all these weird, like, fake. They meet this gangster that they have to like get millions of dollars from. Like it's amazing. And so I'm watching this and I'm like, this is just that. And like they did it in a way where you could tell a movie version of it, and it's so well done. Like it's shot well. There's very little visual effect shots in this movie that look bad. Like it's kind of weird. I was watching this movie very impressed the whole time.
Yeah,
there's shots in Rocket Man that look terrible, and I'm watching this Weird Al movie for the Roku channel for free. I'm like, this whole movie looks phenomenal. Like
for the cost of having to look at the
Absolutely.
T-Mobile logo when I pause it.
Yeah. But
it's absolutely so well made. Like it's like ridiculous. It's like they were like, we're not gonna just make a funny movie. We're gonna make a good movie.
And there's a little bit of heart. There's like actually a little bit of heart in there.
It's very heartwarming. It's a very inspiring, regardless of how true it is or not. It's an inspiring story.
Here's why we all are going, oh, it has so much heart in it. Because it was made for people like us. People like us are able to look, and again, that's not like gatekeeping. Like it's exclusive to like a lot of Weird Al fans, whatever the hell that even means. But I almost sounded like Jordan Peterson there. I didn't like that. Whatever. It is the Jungian dialectical of Weird Al. He is fat because he needs to conquer his dragon and lose weight. Anyway, tell me more, Dr. Peterson. Okay, I'm done now. But like, there's something really deeply funny and heartwarming about seeing this big group of comedians. Like, and I know this is a scene you really wanted to talk about, Scotty. Like, there's a scene dedicated just to like, hey, here are all these incredibly niche comedy acts from the 70s and 80s. Like, because like if you recognize more than 4 of those people, this movie was made for you. So like the heartfelt element is the fact that like how many like little in jokes are in here. Like if you know about this fake trailer from over a decade ago, like the movie existing unto itself is hilarious. Like
it's so good.
Like the movie existing is this like semi heartfelt shit post.
Yes. God, that's a good point.
Like
it doesn't
it's only
feel real.
semi-heartfelt, and it's only semi-heartfelt because it is spoofing an entire genre. And putting an entire genre on blast.
Yeah.
And again, of course, this isn't the first thing to do it. The Norm Macdonald book, the Walk Hard, like all of these, all of these parody stories have been done. This is not a new thing. The same way stuff like Not Another Superhero Movie or The Boys even are the first things.
Don't compare this to Not Another Superhero Movie.
Well, no, but I'm saying like or Epic or whatever the hell it was called.
Right?
But,
No, I know what you're talking about. Those also came out when I worked at a movie theater, and those were the worst effing things in the world.
Oh, I bet. But like these
the crowds that went to those. Ooh.
Genre pieces that kind of lend themselves to being parodied in such a big way, like it's a normal thing, but sometimes something comes around that like does it so poignantly. And that's the thing that like watching Weird, the Al Yankovic story, you like there's 2 different like levels of enjoyment you can have to it. There's the like I recognize all the people in this movie, which by the way I just need to say for both of you guys, but Scotty especially, seeing Conan O'Brien playing Andy Warhol,
I almost ruined.
I almost ruined that.
I'm pulling up a scene.
I almost texted you. I almost texted you, and
I did too.
On his own.
I wanted to be like Scotty. It's got the best, and I was like,
you need to see this on your
own. I love Conan stuff. I always have,
and I know you guys have the clip of Warhol on the deck.
Yes,
So,
and like, hold on.
Well, him talking to Salvador Dali.
So
that pool party scene is fantastic. We're gonna go full spoilers here, guys. Just so you know, I mean that's just how we do it.
I was gonna mute it.
Go again. It's free. Stop. Go watch it and come back. But this
whole scene, like
also Rainn Wilson was fantastic in this.
Yes.
Oh my God, he's perfect. No,
like, you got Yorma Tacome. Yorma Tacome as Pee Wee Herman, Dimitri Martin Dimitri Martin as was this I forget Tiny Tim.
Yeah.
Tiny Tim, yeah.
You
It's
can't
so
recognize
good.
these
Funny.
people almost.
Yeah.
This movie
My jaw dropped at
be...
friggin' David Desmalchian playing the.
Yes.
Come on,
well,
guy
Jack
from
Black
Queen.
Oh, bro.
As Wolfman Jack. As Wolfman Jack was awesome.
Well, oh man, yeah.
Because you know Wolfman Jack was an American Graffiti.
Too. Jack Black is just in this scene. It's crazy.
Yes.
Who else is there? Paul S. Tompkins or Paul F. Tompkins?
Yes. Paul F. Tompkins
is freaking Gallagher and stuff. And he's like looking at him. He's like, I bet he doesn't hand out tarps and stuff. Yeah, right.
Look at this, dude.
Tarps
and then Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper.
Who is Alice Cooper? I forget. Who is playing Alice Cooper?
I forget the name. Oh,
I'm gonna ask Google.
I had the cast list pulled up because like this cast list is just impressive. Like the cameos. This is like Muppet movie level cameos, but like on a different level completely. I don't know. You even have like I wanted more of the people. You have like someone playing Elvira.
Yes.
I mean, all of this.
And it's so well done, and it's really actually beautifully shot. Like the coloring, the actual like this made me die laughing. Just wandering around with the camera.
With the
came out, I looked it up. He straight up was like, I don't remember
I'm
filming
laughing
this.
just looking at it. This still image.
Look
at this.
Turn the sound on. We need to hear Conan do the voice. It's so good.
Yeah, please, Roku channel. It's free. Don't
raincoats and tarps at his shows. Amateur hour. Amateur hour.
Well, hello, Dolly.
Dolly.
What do you think of this Weird Al Yankovic? Deliberately will change everything.
This line's great.
Weird Al will change the world. I give him 15 minutes.
And that's Andy Warhol's famous
delivery.
It's as famous. Everyone will be famous in the future for 15 minutes. That's like a straight up Andy quote. It's so well done.
I need to call attention because he's right there. And like, so Taylor and I decided that our Halloween costumes next year are going to be Weird Al and Madonna.
Oh yeah.
Now I made the joke to her before we saw Madonna, like at the very beginning of the movie, because like 3 scenes in, we realized that that Weird Al and I just have the same wardrobe.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, because like colorful shirts are colorful shirts. I have no ownership of that, but colorful shirts mixed with skinny jeans mixed with
mustaches and facial hair,
checkerboard slip-on Vans that I wear almost all the time. I was like, oh, so like I can just go into my closet to do Weird Al for Halloween. And I was like, you could be Madonna. And then Taylor trolling me was like, you weren't enthusiastic about Madonna, so I'm going to be going as Wolfman Jack now.
And you could pull off a Wolfman Jack though for real.
No, she's going as Wolfman Jack. I will be going as
both y'all could.
Weird Al. Yeah, everybody says I look like him.
Alice Cooper is played by Akiva Schaffer, who is the third person in The Lonely Island.
Oh, Lonely Island,
not Yorma and not Andy.
And then it's cool to see Bowie and him on there. That's so sick. Look at Bowie. Thin White Duke, 80s Bowie. Then he had Elton John in the back. This is such a great movie.
Divine.
What song is it right here? I forget.
Another One Rides the Bus.
It's Another One Rides the Bus. Yeah, because he's like, can you parody our song?
Oh,
Come on, guy from Queen.
Oh, that was also funny too. Roger Deakins, it's like, from Queen. I play the bass in Queen. Just that delineation of like Roger Deakins from Queen.
Oh God,
I play the bass in Queen. And everyone goes, "Oh."
It's funny.
But like,
I was pretty impressed how hot the Madonna scenes were, and not even joking. This is actually kind of a sensual experience when you watch it. Yeah. Oh, this is pretty sick.
Well, so this movie,
I'm sorry, Jerry, I'm interrupting for 1 second. I really, really hope this movie gaslights people into thinking that Weird Al slept with Madonna.
I know, and apparently
it already gaslights people it gaslights people into thinking that he wrote "Eat It" before "Beat It." You know,
No one's ever going to
heavily.
believe that. No one's ever going to
No, I
believe
know.
that.
That was
I think
pretty- that
eventually
was
some
pretty
people
great,
will be
though.
like, hey, you know, they never know.
Yeah.
This is my
No,
favorite part of Madonna's right here.
That was just
when
a some brilliant writing. I'm only going to do originals from now on. The scene where he finds out that "Beat It" comes out.
What gives him the right?
He's slamming the phone on the table. I don't care about album sales.
God, and then the Columbia drug lord
Dude,
stuff.
the Hey Boy.
It's
the
a Hey Boy. The camouflage
at the
tactical
end,
shirt.
I laughed so hard when they're like, "It's not a man," because it's a Hey Boy.
Oh my God, this movie was fantastic. Or whenever he
like
made My Bologna, that was hilarious
Oh,
too.
dude,
when
so
he's just-
he walked towards the fridge and I started cackling. And Taylor's like, what are you laughing at? And I went, it's going to be my Bologna. And she's like, what are you even talking about? And like,
it's this part right
The
here.
way, just like I love like
music.
their reactions to him.
No, I'm convinced I came back from the future and wrote this movie because like there's shit that like made me laugh so hard. Specifically, like whenever they find out he got the record deal and they just start hitting each other, I'm like, okay, that's funny.
Bro.
Then they cut to the friend in the back who's just throwing plates on the floor.
Yes, yes.
Like that is exactly the kind of shit that makes me laugh. Again, we're dressed exactly the same. It's so weird. But
that scene and just different stuff here, like it reminds me of like it's like that Anchorman Walk Hard kind of humor.
Yeah.
Like of the we're making it even it's absurd. Like, you know, the crazy reactions people do, we're making fun of that.
But so specific. Like they lock all the way in on so many of these jokes. And I also love that like at first every time he starts to come up with a song, he goes into almost like a trance-like state.
Yes. Yes.
This scene. When I said I don't know if I told Goon Squad or wherever I told, I laughed harder than I have in years at
This
one
right
particular
here?
part of this scene. And it's when they're like they go, he's like, we're gonna sign you right now. Right. And they're like being all nice to him and everything. And they hand him the paper and all that. And they're like, really? No.
It's like the China Garden menu or whatever.
It's just because he's so... Oh man. He's like so into it. He's like, yeah, this is good.
Will Forte.
Will Forte looks like he's about to pull a gun out of his belt.
No, it's amazing. This part's amazing.
I've heard enough.
And what did you think?
Do you know why they call it the music business?
What a great line.
Why?
Because it's a business.
It's a business.
But it's so vapid. It feels like
wants to hear a parody
an
song.
outline. Like it feels
It
like
does.
this is dialogue that will fill in a scene where someone's
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
"You're too strange for us to actually sign, and we're
Yes.
the cold, calculating, cynical record
Business.
label guys." Like it's
So
called
they can
the
hear the
business.
real thing for the same price. What's the point?
Yeah, it makes no financial sense whatsoever.
My song was actually a big hit on the Captain Buffoon show.
This part's great.
What?
This is the part.
Captain Buffoon? Really?
Yeah.
Wait. Captain Buffoon actually played your song on the radio?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you tell us? This changes everything. Ben, get this young gentleman a record contract this very instant.
They lead him on
You're
for
gonna
so
sign him
long.
a 14-album deal.
Wait, really?
No! What do you think I am, an idiot? He's not an idiot. I'm not an idiot.
Do you think I'm an
If I
idiot?
may interject here, please. Look, I'd just like to say
This part's
that
amazing.
you got some nerve coming in here and wasting my time and my brother Tony's time. I'm going to remember your name because you, Al Yankovic, are the most untalented, pathetic loser that I've ever met in my entire life.
Okay, maybe
You're nothing but a hack. A stupid, useless parasite.
This is me talking to Jared, but trivia.
Honestly,
Okay.
I think I said that
Ridiculous
to
hair,
Taylor.
That horrible mustache, stupid glasses. You make me want to throw up. All right, thank you, Ben. Thank you, Ben, for your thoughts. Thank you.
Yeah, the way he goes, that's what I love about Will Forte is Will Forte will go there with that dumb stuff.
Maybe write more than one song. Yeah, all the
best acts have a catalog. You're like, so okay. So speaking of cameos, just real quick, another one of my favorites was Thomas Lennon. Lieutenant
yes,
Dangle.
as my favorite, the opening scene.
Go back to that beginning because there's
beat out of him.
That's the first. He has the first line that made me actually like lol, like actually laugh out loud. My life.
And who was the narrator? Was it Will Arnett? Who the hell was the narrator?
Oh, the narrator is Diedrich Bader.
Why, good afternoon, sir. The gentleman of the house, I take it? Well, congratulations. Today is your lucky day.
I love
How
him
would you
so
like to
much.
be the
We're just
envy
gonna watch the
of
movie now,
all
guys.
of your friends and the most popular fellow in town. Well, everything you need to make that happen is right here in this box.
We need to do a commentary track on this or something.
Yeah.
What moment is it, Jerry?
Feast your eyes.
Just listen to it. Listen to
I know what it's gonna be. I already know what it's gonna be.
The comedic timing is perfect. You got to let the scene soak in.
Try it on.
It is a
when you play
Campbellian
the
myth
accordion,
with the
you
mentor.
are a one-man band. You are the life of every party.
Here, listen.
Go ahead, son. Tickle those ivories.
It's coming up.
A natural talent.
Okay, here you go.
Son, you cannot squander that. You have got to buy this beauty, and I guarantee it, you're going to have girls lined up around the corner. You're going to need a lifeguard because you're going to be drowning in so much pussy. And hello to you, sir.
You're gonna need a lifeguard because you're gonna be drowning in so much.
Hey! Wearing that devil's squeeze box. That's
Now wait, who's playing the dad? Because I thought it was his. I thought it was Thomas Lennon's writing partner, the guy that plays Junior on Reno 911. Because
Toby Huss.
He looks a little. Who is it?
Toby Huss.
Yeah, never mind. So it's not him.
Let's see. He's in a lot of stuff.
Dude, was this the dad from Dewey Cox? Are you shitting me? No, it's not the dad from Dewey Cox. Never mind. I thought it was.
I was gonna say no. That's a different guy. But
Toby Huss.
He's big. He's Big Mike in Reno 911. Apparently.
Oh, dude, he's Big Mike. Oh,
911.
yes, he is Big Mike. Big Mike's the one that's always in this front yard, like going crazy. Oh my god, with an arrow in his head and shit. Oh, that's hilarious. Toby Huss.
Yeah, dude.
You can tell this movie was made by like that comedy Bang Bang set of improvisers. You know what I mean? Like they had everyone.
There's Jared's throwing the plates, man. Got me too.
Oh my god.
It's
they're
Have y'all ever seen the movie? Guys, it's one of Eric Kahneman's favorite movies. Shit, what's it called? It's a movie that's Tom Hanks made essentially about the Beatles. That thing you do. It's
the thing
they hear their song on the radio the very first time, and it's just like they're like freaking out in this record shop and this on this radio shop, and they're like going nuts, and like it's just like the scene. But I've never seen the the shirt ripping off the.
He's just the way he just throws it.
It's just the funniest shit ever.
He's with the baby tray. Look.
Oh, the best scene.
There's another really funny, subtle thing that Taylor pointed out to me. And it's whenever they're at the party and the kids are trying to convince Al to play the accordion, like they're trying to convince him to do hard drugs.
Yeah,
bro.
Is it after the kids are like, "What, are you afraid?" They both like skip off out of frame.
Yes,
they both just kind of do like a to you like, and it was so funny. This movie's
I was wondering,
dude, at the end of that poker party, with like the cops are here.
Yes. And the cop was Scott Aukerman. It was Scott Aukerman from Comedy Bang Bang. I was like, that is so awesome. This scene was incredible. The fat, I'm fat.
Jingle bells, Batman.
This
Oh,
is,
yeah.
dude, I can tell that's crazy, Mike. Holy shit. Here we go.
And I love how it's just like no context. She just comes in and just I'm fat now.
Well, so mom tells me
You
you're
know?
dating that singer Madonna.
Oh, we
We
broke
all
up.
saw it coming though.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. What happened?
Yeah,
The fat suit's awful.
it's complicated.
Oh, there's plenty of other fish in the sea. So, what is it like? What's it like being world famous superstar?
You can see the Hawaiian shirt. I just
Oh,
noticed
wow.
that. It's so amazing.
It's fun, but it's also a lot of pressure. I mean, the hardest part for me is just coming up with new songs. I never know where my next idea is going to come from. And yeah, I honestly,
This
I
part
don't know if
made
I
me
have
laugh
it in
the
me anymore.
most.
Oh, nonsense. I'm sure that next big idea is just right there in front of you. Well, you may have noticed I put on a little
The
weight.
way they stop.
Don't be so annoyed. You look great.
You do, dear. I think you look wonderful with a few extra pounds. I think you're pleasingly plump.
Oh, Nick,
Here we go.
you know I'm fat. I'm fat. You know it.
I'm fat. You know it.
Dad, can I ask
If I could punch this scene up, and maybe it's too much. Maybe it's too much, and this is why I'm not a screenwriter. I would not have the restraint for her to just go, "I'm fat. I'm fat. You know it," and just like let it simmer for an extra second and have her go, "Shaman."
Oh God, it's so well done. And then the fact that they tied in the Amish paradise into it was brilliant.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't expect that at all, to be honest with you. Jesus, that was funny.
So the
I also
reveal
love they
of-
also have a little Easter egg towards the very real time Weird Al almost got himself killed over this song.
Like Coolio, yeah.
That you see Coolio in the
man.
audience seething.
Yes. Yes. Let's see if I
Because
can- I'm not gonna play the song, but we can
No.
see.
See, I
the-
thought he was going like I thought they were doing the whole thing where he came up with this song too, like Michael Jackson, and Michael Jackson copied him, and that was him going,
So
"Oh, I'm gonna make a song."
So the way the story goes, even though legally Weird Al does not need to ask permission to make these parodies, he still does as a sign of respect. That's why
yeah.
you've never heard Michael parody Prince, because Prince always said no.
That's true. Yeah.
That's why the existence of Couch Potato, his parody of Lose Yourself, doesn't have a music video. Because Eminem was like, fine, you can do this parody, but I don't want you to do a video. Al was like, okay, very weirdly specific, but fine. He asked Coolio, and again, through this was, miscommunication. Al's people asked Coolio's people, hey, can we do this thing? And again, this is all, I don't know how true any of this is, but this is the story I've heard 1,000 times. And Coolio was like, absolutely not. Hard no.
Yeah.
And Al was under the impression he was given the green light. Finds out. And then Coolio almost very much gave him a different green light when he found out that Al kind of went ISO and did it anyway. Obviously, they buried the hatchet. And it's fine. And, rest in peace, Coolio.
But it's when Weird Al
they
wore
pay
the
lip
hair.
service to Coolio wanting to
Yes.
visibly kill him in the audience.
Who
over
just
it.
died,
Yeah,
which is
just
so
happened
cool
passed away.
because
Same with
unknowingly
Gallagher, yeah.
probably filmed this. Yeah. And I know Weird Al to that year's VMAs or MTV Music Awards wore his hair in the Coolio fashion, and Coolio was pissed about that too. He
Yeah.
was pretty upset. And Weird Al talked about like how they had to put wires in his hairs to make his hair do the same exact thing. I'm like, wow, this is I didn't realize there was actual beef when it came to this.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
Coolio seems like the kind of guy that would take himself a little too seriously and like couldn't handle it,
Yeah. Well, Coolio
It's just
just
certain types.
Cyndi Lauper. I don't know who's playing Cyndi Lauper there, but I love that he got killed in 1985. That was the greatest twist.
Well,
that was
how
that was
about-
my favorite part of it.
The reveal of Pablo Escobar being such a huge fan in the middle, I thought
my
that was
God.
great. Where they have that Kurt that made me laugh really hard when they like show the the USA drug enforcement footage of him going, "Hey Ricky, you're so fine, you bomb, hey Ricky." But just to have like the whole, it turns into John Wick for a minute when they steal Madonna, and then Madonna gets there, they kill all the people, and she's like, "No, let's have a drug empire," and he's like, "No," and then it turns out we have her putting a hit on him.
That's how far it went.
Absolutely incredible. All the way till even we got that middle with like a stinger or a mid-credit scene where she goes to the grave
with
and
his emerging from the dead
and pops out.
Oh, so funny. Who played Hulk Hogan here, Jerry? Do you have that on you? Because
let me see if I can.
I thought it was I thought it was Super Dave Osborne. I thought it was like his last role he did, but Super Dave Osborne I think died 2 years ago, so it's not Super Dave Osborne. And who played who played Diane Warwick? Is it Diane Warwick here, or is it someone different? Who was it? I don't remember. Let me see.
We learn to express ourselves through our instrument. Louis Armstrong had his trumpet and Jimi Hendrix had his guitar. And well, my instrument is my voice.
Diana Ross.
Diana Ross, that's who it was.
Diana Ross is that's James Preston Rogers playing Hulk Hogan. Pythons.
James Preston. Oh yeah, and he's covering her eyes. It's amazing. James Preston Rogers. TN. You talking to me, Katie? I'll be wrapping up soon. Oh, he's just a bodybuilder. Okay, never mind. God, what a great movie. What a great scene. Yeah, this is the part where he gets assassinated. Unbelievable.
This guy played David Bowie. No lies. This is his profile picture on on IMDb.
Who?
This guy played he played David Bowie.
Wait, what are you talking about?
David Bowie, and it's Gordon Tarpley.
Oh, in this movie. Okay.
In that movie, yeah, sorry, in this movie. So I think one of the most brilliant things about this is that they did the whole sentimental credits, right?
Yep.
And you have the and I guess we can let it roll here in a sec, but the way that they did the whole thing where we have the actual pictures, quote unquote, in there, and every event from the film has a picture.
Look at this.
He just stands up. Oh no!
He's like standing there, like he's standing at a urinal too. Like he's just like standing, like legs at shoulder length, just holding the gun straight out.
So good. His music will live on forever. Still at large. Oh, so good. Yeah, it's kind. It was kind of sweet. You're like, oh. Like,
it was sweet, but then it gets to a point where you're like, "Oh God!"
I know. My favorites are the fake photos. The fake photos.
The fantastic, horrible Photoshop jobs. And it's funny because they look real, but they also look like they are incredibly photoshopped. I love it so much.
This is so good.
Produced by Al Yankovic. Yeah, we can tell.
Look at this.
This is his fingerprints are all. I mean, of course they're all over it, but like this is such a. There you go. Him and Dr. Demento
in the band.
This is just. It's 100% like his DNA. Like you couldn't have made a more.
Daniel Radcliffe film. Also killed it, by the way. Oh look.
Yes.
So funny. The Photoshop. Here it is. It starts to come in. All Mick and Bowie.
This there clearly a CG, like they put the CGI.
Yes,
they put the bottle of booze in there.
Oh,
look, here's him fighting in the diner.
Spec Ops, Weird Al,
and Illuminati.
The Illuminati.
Oh yeah, I forgot they went to the secret societies and stuff.
Oh my God.
And then now we're just playing around.
Also, the way this joke became infinitely funnier and they had no way of knowing.
Yeah.
Oh, the Queen dying? Yeah.
Look
Oh yeah,
Piss in his pants.
it's so graphic.
Weird Al in our hearts forever.
Godspeed, Weird Al.
Look at Raj. Look at damn Reagan.
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan. Look at this. Rip Weird Al Yankovic.
I said
Great
to
movie.
Nancy goodbye, Weird Al.
Oh yeah, here's the post credit scene. I love she's got the Kill Bill what is that from another movie? The scar on the eye patch. Like that has to be
It's
a
just
parody
such a
of Kill
it's
Bill.
just the cliche. It's just the age old pastiche.
They're playing
Born,
on all of
eat
that.
it.
Just
Or ate it. Yes. Yes.
It couldn't have a more perfect ending, frankly.
Great.
Like it's just
perfect.
Like a little.
I guess
Madonna is still
the
at
whole
large,
thing.
except for no, we're gonna retcon that right now. Zombie Al killed her.
Yeah, right.
I guess I said I guess we should wrap soon. Sorry, I have to depart pretty quickly. But
It's okay.
No, you're good.
I
I'm
love
quite a hungry
having a
boy,
chance.
it's okay.
Yeah, I'm happy we could actually talk about this
use a
together
Hayborn.
because I hadn't had a chance to process this movie yet. And when I was watching, I'm like, I'm enjoying it. I don't love it, but now after watching with y'all and kind of getting into that zone of what makes this movie a special movie, I think it's gone up a lot on my list of just well done parody movies or just like satire. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's so well done.
We need to do a watch along sometime,
We
maybe.
do.
And everything. It's just like, yeah.
It's possible. It's easy.
Get
with
me
this.
all gooned up for it, so I can just be drunkenly just sitting here.
That's
Loving
the
it.
key right there. But also just real quick, that song that he wrote for the credits, fantastic.
Yeah,
If
very
we can
good
just,
actually.
touch on that because
Very
I
good.
mean, it's so clever, as always, and everything. You know, I was trying to remember there was a certain part from it. How about that part where I died? You know, it was like where
Oh
he's
yes,
like,
yes.
yeah. We didn't lie, except I actually did play Live Aid with Queen and stuff like that.
That's another great joke. We would be
Yeah.
honored if you would join us to play Live Aid.
Oh, dude,
Live Aid.
that was
hard
loved it.
pass.
The
Yes,
hard
man.
pass is so forceful and so sudden, and then everyone
so
goes,
funny.
"Ha!"
It's one of the few times that Daniel Radcliffe really tries to replicate Al's intonation.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because so often, for comedic effect, Al talks like this.
Yeah.
And Daniel Radcliffe does not go out of his way to replicate Al's speech pattern, which sells the movie even more. But having that one little moment that it's like that one part of Albuquerque, no, I don't like sauerkraut. You know,
Yeah.
it's that exact delivery. That hard pass.
Pass. He did a good American accent too for this. Really spot on,
man.
really good.
Cast
really
Daniel
well done.
Radcliffe as Wolverine. Anyway.
yes, double for me.
He'd
Yes,
be king. He's got a great body for it, man. He's beautiful.
Just imagine
he would be perfect.
Daniel
Do the
Radcliffe.
little scrappy Wolverine. Let's do it. Let's go.
Well, I'll say this. I'll say this here because I almost want to guarantee it. If Bombad gets lucky for the next potathon or the next whatever, if I can make this work, Jared, you would be the third wheel for the experience with Weird Al.
I'm ready for my
100%.
max.
Hey, everyone tweet at him.
That'll be-
Listen, he loves Star Wars. We know. Hey, I've got an in.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'll see if my boy has his phone number for his old song leader. You know,
Before we bring it home, can I tell a fun how Weird Al ends his concerts?
Please.
So he will, do whatever is the final song of his official set. He and the band will go off stage. Now, obviously, I've only ever seen Weird Al locally, so I don't know if the people who come back on stage with him are different, but I'm convinced this is whatever the local 501st is. They'll leave. They'll let the audience simmer for a minute, and then Al and the rest of the band come back out in movie-accurate Jedi robes. At which point, I can't remember which order, if it's Yoda and then the saga begins, or the saga begins and then Yoda. But they do one of the Star Wars songs, and then they do this other song in the middle that is completely a cappella and entirely gibberish with a whole choreographed dance. and then he goes into the final song of the night, which is one of his Star Wars songs, and that's how he plays it out. And I'm pretty sure he ends with the saga begins, because like because then you get to have the whole audience is my your Anakin guy. So like it's a great one to go out on. But that's how he ends the show every time I've seen him. Every time. And it's incredible. Like I said, like they just all walk out in Jedi tunics and Jedi robes. And yeah.
That's the dream.
It sounds like, remember like the Phantom Menace panel at Celebration when they played the Saga Begins? That was like that was a spiritual experience.
I teared up because it felt so. It was the 20-year anniversary panel. It was it was so surreal. Like the whole crowd was going, and
lightsabers going and everything too. Oh
yeah,
beautiful.
Oh, it's a vibe.
Beautiful.
We'll do an episode on that
one.
alone, and I mean
we need to.
I would love to break down every line because he got all of that before he even saw the movie. Like I think a lot of it was already out there. I think
I don't know. I can't remember the exact story. I mean, it's good research to do. Like I mean, leave it to the three of us to again do an episode of dissect about.
Oh hell yeah!
Saga Begins.
It'll be perfect. But Jared, again, thank you for this. We needed you. You jumped on this like as quick as possible. You went to be involved with this episode.
You and Jerry in Goon Squad were like, maybe we should do an episode about Weird Al. And then I don't think I've ever hit reply faster. Where I was like, I'm on that one. I'm on that one.
That's it.
I call it.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome. That's awesome. Well, we appreciate you. We thank you. I don't know if you want to plug anything right now that you got coming up, but we'd love to hear what you got.
Yeah, sure. I will say we got home a little too late. Yes, I do. Quite a lot more than most people, apparently. But
Weird Al is Taylor Swift for sure. Yeah.
Yes. Karma is my polka. Or would it be polka is my I don't know. Anyway, first of all, we got home too late coming back from Wakanda Forever last week, and I'm super upset because had I made it, I think I would have been the first person to pull a 3-week hat trick of being on Bombadcast 3 weeks in a row. And I am
You could have blinked and missed last week's episode, unfortunately. So.
I know.
And that's tired.
I know. And if I hit it, I have the record for most guest appearances. And
you do.
I didn't get to show this last week either.
You bought the tin of the LED tin. That's sick.
I almost did it. It's okay. But yeah, you guys can find me personally on Twitter and Instagram, as long as that first one lasts, at Dark Jedi 2552. And you can find the Nerd Academy podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on our website, www.thenerdacademypodcast.com. We do a Star Wars Versus series for our patrons. Our latest episode, Satil Shan versus Grandmaster Yoda, Battle of the Grandmasters, is out now on our Patreon at the $5 tier and up. And then we already have Kit Fisto and Mace Windu in the versus Kit Fisto versus Mace Windu in the can, ready to post in December. In the coming weeks, we're going to be doing some final coverage of Andor, and then do a Phase 4 MCU retrospective. And then I'm going to be taking a little breaky for me, so I can move in with the crazy lady obsessed with Taylor Swift in the comments.
Woo!
Wonderful.
Yeah. So I'll be on hiatus for a good chunk of December, which is funny because every time I say I'm going to take a break for a week, what that ends up meaning is I make a lot of Patreon stuff, go on 5 shows, and don't actually take a break.
You did it.
I did.
Listen,
I did. I get one. I got to cash it in at the end.
Right.
But yeah, so I get to write off, actually take a break for a month. Yes, that is you.
You enjoy it, and you deserve it, and hopefully that break will make you a better trivia player, and we can face off one day. Wouldn't that be nice?
You better hope never.
That's been Jared the Great Jedi. So
I'm still trying to what did he say that Kit was gonna do to Mace Windu?
I don't
know. That was not. This is a family show, sir.
Wrong with him? Anyway, Jerry, I love you. I had a great night with you. I gotta go to bed, and I've got I have the what's the Irish song? The pipes are no. What's the lyric? Sure he knows.
I don't know what you're trying to
pipes
say.
Are
but, yeah, the pipes are
calling. I forget. Anyway, regardless, I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Next week, Andor final discussion with Adam Frazier.
It's gonna be a great show, guys. You got to show up.
One of the best.
Show
But
up.
as always, I think everyone should stay bombad, and of course, have sex.
Put my hands against, put my best of best, put my 10, or put my spend, have sex, excel. Ultimately fully casual, petting and it's tandy best.
What should people do, Jerry, just so we can actually get an official ending?
Ooh, poop my pants are spent. Falafel. They should stay scobbing bombad.
Did you say impossible? Pasquale? Only kidding, Chucky. I've changed my tune because I finally thought of a possible dream that we can all share.
What is it? Pasquale?
It's a dream about a world when nobody is poor or sick or hungry.
Oh, now that's a dream we can make come true.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right.
As I point up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind.
I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? A soundless disregard, a broken bottle top,
and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer.
If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change.
I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. Come on, change.
No message could have been any clearer.
If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. Time for us to take a break, but we wouldn't dream of being gone for long. See you in a little bit.
I beat you in trivia, Jared.